Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Night Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker and Noah Tobias this evening, live from the Castle. Your 4-8 Knights taking on the 8-3 Leo Lions. And, of course, that's following a win by the Lion girls last night. An exciting game at Leo as the Lady Lions took out Lady Knights for just the second time this year on a buzzer beater from about 23 feet that was high off the glass. Frankly, it was a desperation heave. However, you got to give Leo a lot of credit to give Norwell their first conference loss. But tonight, we've got the boys here from the Castle. Norwell trying to get back on the winning track. They've lost their last 4 games in a row, their second 4-game losing streak of the season. Those 2 losing streaks sandwiched a 4-game winning streak for the Knights back in December, and the Knights will try to right the ship tonight against an always tough Leo team. Leo has been playing very well of late, particularly their 6'8 center, Dylan Barrow. Derek, I think, didn't you say he put up 43 the other night?
Yes, he did. He put up 43, and 33 of those came in the second half. So
wow.
Impressive game for Barrow. And you know, the kid's 6'8", and he can shoot it really, really well. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of defense Norwell uses against the 6'8" Barrow, as they don't have anybody that can match up size-wise. The only losses that Leo has experienced this year were to Hamilton Heights, always a solid 3A team, just north of Indianapolis. Fort Wayne Dwenger, who also took out your Knights, and then Fort Wayne Concordia in a very close game. Norwell also had a very close game with them. I believe Harold tonight is saying that Leo is a 16-point favorite here at the Castle. Leo won the last meeting between these 2 teams last February 3rd. That game was actually delayed from its original date due to weather. And that was the first time that Leo had beat Norwell in the last 30 years. Norwell was 8-0 going into that game. Now, prior to those 30 years, Norwell played Leo normally at least twice every year back in the days of the old ACAC, Noah, when they played the ACAC tournament at the Coliseum and then the sectional at South Adams. Of course, Leo wasn't a part of that. But almost every year, Norwell was playing Leo at least twice.
Yeah, well, this is definitely a lot different. Norwell, they have had such an up-and-down season. I think most of us have definitely been surprised on their, well, I guess we weren't necessarily surprised about their first 4-game losing streak. We knew that it was going to really be tough for them this year to really kind of just get their shooting game up. And you don't have a big with Pearson Harnish graduating last year, so you really had to adapt to your new offense. But then everybody was surprised about their 4-game winning streak, and then now they're on a 4-game losing streak. So, you know, anything is possible. So it's definitely possible for Norwell to come out of here with a win tonight.
Yeah, Norwell trying to avoid losing their 5th game in a row. Those 4 wins for the Knights came against Southern Wells, at Southern Wells, 2 home wins against Eastbrook and DeKalb, and I would say DeKalb was definitely a quality win. And then a quality win going on the road to Bluffton, their longtime rival, and beating them really pretty handily by 10, 50-40. But then they suffered some bad losses over the holidays. The closest they came to winning a basketball game was against Horizon Christian, where they only lost by 9. Everything else was significantly more of a disparity than those 9 points. According to the Sagarin ratings, Leo at 76.65. That's 91st overall and 20th in Class 3A. Norwell with the 60.13 ranking is 244th overall and 70th in Class 3A. Boy, it's been a long time since you've heard those kind of numbers attached to a Norwell team. In fact, it's the first time in Randy Hawkins' coaching career that those kind of numbers have been connected to this squad. But that's the nature of high school basketball. You're going to have ebbs and flows and ups and downs. We talked about their last meeting. That was back on February 3rd of 2015. Leo winning that game by 13 points. And if I recall correctly, that game was at Leo. Nope, it was here?
It was here because of the new conference.
Oh, that's right. They switched everything, didn't they? Yep. I'm going to turn you up there a little bit, Derek. You're better? A little bit light.
Is that better?
Yeah, you're better.
Yeah. Norwell, we talked about how them being 70th, but that computer really takes in schedule strength, and they actually went up from 75th to 70th, even losing 4 games.
Right.
They played 3 ranked teams in that tournament in Fort Wayne Blackhawk on Wednesday, and then on Tuesday they played Merrillville and Hamilton Southeastern. Both of those teams were ranked. Their only loss not to a ranked team was Horizon Christian, and Horizon Christian came out with their first win ever against an IHSAA team.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, and also remember, against Horizon Christian, Bray Wilson and Cole Wilson were also not at that game.
Right.
So that kind of played in a little bit of a factor into it as well.
And 77 free throws were taken between the two teams. Is
a lot of fouls called in that.
There were a ton of fouls called, and certainly in the second half, especially, that's where the majority of the points came from. I mean, that game was 82-73. Knights did not come anywhere close to scoring that many points the rest of the tournament, but it was all off of free throws in that morning game on Wednesday.
Well, we'll take a quick break here with just a few minutes before the pregame festivities as the teams continue to warm up. Hear from a couple of sponsors and be back after these words from New Holland Tri-County.
He shoots, he scores, it's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces powered by her heartbeat are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Yeah, welcome back to the Castle and the pregame show here as we enjoy the Norwell Pep Band. Boy, it just lends it a whole different air of excitement when that Pep Band's down there. And they are strong in numbers this year.
Yeah, they are.
That's as big a pep band as I've seen Norwell put out for a while.
You know, and the marching band numbers were down a little bit this year, but apparently everybody came out for the pep band. So.
Yeah, they were really down this year, and
sadly,
this was actually the first year in, I believe, 19 years that Norwell did not go to state for the marching bands.
And you know, there was a lot of controversy on how that happened. The top 10. I think, go from that regional, or the top 20 maybe go from the semi-state. And there's 5 judges or something like that, and 4 of them put them in, and one of them had them significantly out, and they take the average out of those 5 scores, and there's a lot of controversy on how that happened. But
probably a Bluffton graduate.
Probably,
I would guess.
But anyway, a good crowd on hand. Definitely the best of the season for the boys' side. And it's a good night for basketball. It's usually snowing outside this time of year, but it will be snowing later this evening.
Yeah, we've been experiencing some pretty good rain today, and of course we're very pleased that it's not coming down in the form of snow, or we wouldn't be here tonight like we were last year. Last year this
Correct.
week we had some serious snow. We'll bring you the national anthem live from the Norwell Pep Band as soon as the PA announcer gets through the sportsmanship speech. Although I know Norwell's is really long, Leo's right there with it.
Yep. I agree.
So now we'll let you join us for that national anthem. Excellent job, as always, by the Norwell Pep Band. We'll now join public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser for tonight's lineups.
The non-starters, number 12, Sam Kenny. Number 14, Alex Welsh. Number 22, Tristan Rex. Number 32, Bill Moreau. Number 33, Luke Stoller. Number 34, Jason Suter. The starters for the Lions are at a guard, a 6'2" senior, number 15, Craig Loffenstein. At another guard, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Reed Parrott. At a forward, a 6'8" senior, number 42, Dylan Morrow. At a guard, a 6'1" sophomore, number 44, Jeremy Davison. And at forward, a 6'5" senior, number 45, Max Duff. The head coach of the Leo Lions is Mr. Gary Cotwell. And now, Norwell fans, here are your Norwell Knights. Non-starters, number 15, Levi Lighting. Number 22, Brandon Heindel. Number 23, Quentin Middleton. Number 25, Bradley Stuffer. Number 40, Christian Romano. Number 42, Luke Zenitz. And number 33, Cole Wilson. Here are the starters for your Knights. At a guard, a 6'1" junior, number 10, Cody Shagley. At another guard, a 5'11" senior, number 12, Ian Bissell. At another guard, a 6'3" sophomore, number 20, Cody Wilson. At the other guard, a 6'4" senior, number 32, Ryan Wilson. And at goal, a 6'3" senior, number 30,
Once again, those starters for the visitors on the scoreboard, Leo Lions. It's Klopfenstein, Heron, Barrow, Davison, and Dove for head coach Terry Cogdell. He is 152 and 100 in his 12th year at Leo. For your Knights, it's Shively, Kissel, Wilson, that's Cole Wilson, Gray Wilson, and Colt Rinkenberger for head coach Randy Hawkins. He's in his 7th year here at Norwell with a win-loss record of 114 and 49. We're just about set to tip it up. Barrow with a significant advantage in height over Colt Rinkenberger. Rinkenberger listed at 6'3", Barrow listed at 6'8". And Barrow easily controls the tap, but Cody Shively steals it. He'll leave it for Bray Wilson, and we're underway. Shively with a quick three. Nothing but net for Cody. And that's a good start for that young man. I know he's been struggling a little bit from the field. He had plenty of time, and a traveling call is going to be made against the Lions. I think that was called on 44 Davison as he received the pass. Jeremy, just a sophomore. I know Coach Cogdell really relying on him to score more this year than he did last year. He didn't get a lot of playing time last year. His brother, however, did. He's graduated. In fact, this team lost 42 points per game last year, this year due to graduation. Kissel with a long three. That's good. And Norwell off to a quick 6-0 lead against the Lions. The Lions, this is not the run-and-gun Lions of the past with big Dylan Barrow in there. Nice move inside by Barrow, and he gets the Lions on the board. This Lions team used to run 5 in, 5 out. They had a flashcard system they used, full court press at all times. And first shot up is good as Wilson couldn't get that one to go. That was Bray Wilson heading the other way. Klopfenstein, you're going to see him handle the ball most of the time for these Lions.
Yeah, Derek, what happened there? I'm sorry, I looked down at my iPad for a second.
Just kind of dribbled it off his upper leg out of bounds.
Barrow did?
Yeah.
So another turnover on the Lions. And Bray Wilson seemed to be a little surprised by that pass. Shively will reset as Leo.
They're in more of a...
It's a matchup zone.
Okay. I was kind of confused there for a second. It almost looked like a 3-2 zone.
Yeah, it's a 2-3 matchup, and that's the kind of shot you get right there. As Bray Wilson, just off the elbow, able to drain the jumper. Leo's going to have to make a defensive adjustment because Norwell getting some good shots against that 2-3 matchup. Barrow works inside, passes it inside. The assist for Barrow to Max Dove as the senior, also listed at 6'5", able to knock it down for the Lions.
Leo has 6 seniors on their team, so they'll again be losing a lot of talent next year.
And a lot of size. Barrow at 6'8" and Dove at 6'5". Nobody else, well, they do have a 6'6" sophomore and a 6'8" freshman. Nice play as Rinkenberger gets free on the baseline. Nice feed there by Bray Wilson. Again, from the elbow slot, it's a dangerous position on that 2-3. If you allow that pass, you have a lot of options from an offensive standpoint. That was a long three by Barrow, and Bray Wilson came out of there with it. There was Ian Kissel trying to guard Klopfenstein. Klopfenstein listed at 6'2", Ian at 5'11", so Norwell giving up height all over the floor as Shively had that three about halfway down, couldn't get it to stick. Davison quickly the other way for the Lions. Inside, Max Dove able to get his own rebound, but not close on that putback. Good strength there by Colt Rinkenberger, even though he's given up a ton of size to Dove. Boy, they just keep allowing that entry pass. Cole Wilson couldn't knock down the shot, but it was a good shot.
Yeah, Norwell's doing a great job of making great shot selections. Back out to Heron. He misses a 3, rebounded by Bray Wilson.
Wilson quickly the other way. He'll take it to the rim. Couldn't get it to go. And Dove with the rebound for the Lions. The Lions on the run. That's Klopfenstein looking for help. Leaves it for Heron, and Heron with another miss. Boy, nice block out there by Colt Rinkenberger. Colt doing yeoman's work on the block so far for the Knights. 3:40 left here in the first quarter.
He's doing a great job of being aggressive, but also being very physical down low, and that's what he's going to have to do when you're going up a guy that's 6'5", and he's trying to drive his shoulder right into you.
Well, and Max Dove, listed at 6'5", is not exactly thin. Boy, great kick from Rinkenberger to Kissel, and Ian's going to hit that 75% of the time. When he's got that much time, Ian now 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, and it's a 9-point Norwell lead. On the curl, Davison Now they shove it inside to Dove. Dove is going to draw the foul this time. Dove pretty predictable what he's going to do offensively. He's going to go to his right hand over his left shoulder.
Now the reasoning behind that foul was because Colt Rinkerberger put both of his hands down on Love, and really they've been stressing that the past couple of years, and really especially this year as Dove hits his first free throw.
Of course, our scoreboard brought to you again tonight by Subway, as Norwell with a couple of subs. Quentin Middleton and Riley Stauffer check in. Cole Wilson and Colt Rinkenberger take a seat. Dove will try to make it a 7-point game. Bray Wilson, good rebound there.
Yeah, this is an 8-point lead for the Knights right now, and frankly, they haven't taken a bad shot yet.
They have not. They've been very disciplined, and frankly, Leo's defense has not been very effective. As there again, another open shot for Kissel, just couldn't get it to go. Bad shot there by Klopfenstein. Now the Knights on the run, and Shively just a little too far ahead of Quentin Middleton. That'll be a turnover on the Knights. In for the Lions will be number 22, Tristan Rex, I believe.
That's number 12.
No, that's Stanton Haney. Haney, another one of those seniors listed at 5'9". Yeah, illegal pick. I think that's going to go on Haney from what I saw. Yep. That'll be his first on the team. Both teams now with the team foul.
This is certainly a completely different offense than what we're used to seeing Leo run.
Yeah, and Stanton Haney, that is a very generous listing at 5'9" for him. He's trying to guard Riley Stauffer. Riley listed at 6 foot, and Riley's got about 6 inches on him. Nice pull-up jumper there from Bray Wilson. Makes it a 10-point Norwell lead with 2:05 on the clock here in the first quarter. Barrow finds Heron from long range, and Heron knocks down his first three-pointer. He just held that ball over, I believe it was Riley Stauffer's head,
Already, Colt Rinkerberger and Cole Wilson are set to check in. I guess it's just a little bit of a rest and go for them.
Well, they're so important inside to try to at least keep the rebounds as even as they possibly can. Kissel on the drive. Nice pass underneath. As he drew a couple of defenders, and Stauffer did a good job of finding open space. Barrow, the long kick to Heron. Heron, oh boy, that's got to be a foul on somebody. Yep, that's going to be a foul on Reed Heron. First on him, second on the team.
Again, Leo was a 16-point favorite coming in, but this is a conference game on the road.
Right.
And Norwell and Leo have a history of having some close games.
They do.
They really do.
As Norwell has certainly had their number over the recent years, but back in the day, it was a coin toss.
Yeah.
And it's neat to see them back in the same conference, as these two teams relatively equal in enrollment and history, as Kissel handles it for the Knights. That's Stauffer on the right wing. Riley, a 6-foot junior. Cole Wilson just came back in the game on the drive, couldn't get it to go. Good strong rebound there by the short senior Stanton Haney. That was Barrow again from the corner, couldn't get it to go. Actually, that was Davison, wasn't it? 44, Jeremy Davison, just a sophomore. Middleton open on the baseline, couldn't get it to go. And Stauffer yanks down an offensive rebound. Middleton will launch again and knock it down this time. Norwell with their biggest lead, 20-8 with 21 seconds left. Barrow inside. Barrow certainly has not forced anything offensively. Is that a travel call, Derek?
Stepped on the baseline,
okay.
Or on the sideline, rather.
Another turnover on the Lions. They've been a little sloppy in this quarter, Noah.
So far, the Lions have 3 turnovers, and Norwell only has, well, actually, they don't have any turnovers to this point.
5 seconds on the clock. Kissel forces it, scores it, and he'll go to the line for a three-point opportunity.
Well, this is a really nice to see the Knights build an early lead. Boy, they've got 22 points in the first quarter. This team especially not known for its offensive power, but they've got 22 points here, and Kissel's got a chance to add another one to it.
And not known for a good start. This is by far their best first quarter of the season. 1 second on the clock. Klopfenstein cannot get a shot off, and the Knights dominate the first quarter of play here at the Castle. They lead the Lions from Leo 23-8. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Well, welcome back to the Castle. The Knights really looking good in that first quarter, Noah.
Yeah, honestly, that's the best I've seen the Knights all season long. They work together so well. Colt Ringerberger has a couple of assists. He also has 2 points. Ian Kissel starting out strong, but Cody Shively coming out with a bang and shooting that first three-pointer.
Leo's going to score the first at least 2 points of the second quarter as, boy, he just took it right at Ian Kissel. Drew the foul, scored the basket. And I think, Coach Cogdell told him, look, you got 3-4 inches on Ian Kissel. Take it to him. And the left-handed Klopfenstein able to convert the three-point play.
Boy, the key certainly going to be for the Knights is can they continue to shoot the ball as well as they have been. Now, they've been open shots, and if you get this team time, they can really hit a high percentage from the field.
Leo looks like they've switched to a man-to-man now as they're sagging off a little bit on the weak side. Boy, they gave Cody Shively too much room. Cody not able to knock it down, though, this time. Klopfenstein will bring it up for the Lions. I believe he was a quarterback on the football team, wasn't he?
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He looks well put together as Barrow, with kind of a sloppy pass. He was looking for Klopfenstein on the drive. Didn't control it very well. The Euro move from Kissel did not work out. And the rebound finally in the hands of Colt Rinkenberger. Boy, nice play there by Reed Herron as the 5'9" senior able to swat it away from Colt Rinkenberger on the drive.
Nice job to locate the ball as it was kind of tipped around everywhere, and he located it and got back on defense, made a nice play.
By the way, the starting 5 back out there for the Knights. Wilson, Rinkenberger, Kissel, and Shively. That was Cole Wilson from the baseline. Cole not able to find the bottom of the bucket yet.
But once again, more quality shots coming from these Knights.
Klopfenstein will set things up for the Lions. Norwell's played a man-to-man, pretty much a non-switching man-to-man this entire game as Barrow couldn't get the turnaround to go. Kissel being guarded by Herron on the pull-up, no good. And Barrow with another rebound. Dylan Barrow is having no trouble cleaning up the boards for the Lions. Nice move by Klopfenstein the other way.
Klopfenstein's recognizing that he can take it to Kissel pretty much whenever he wants.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of height on Ian, plus the strength of a football player in his favor. The backdoor cut by Cole Wilson, blocked by Barrow. And Jeremy Davis will bring it up for the Lions. Herron from the corner, good. Herron with his second three. And Coach Hawkins is going to use a timeout here to stem the momentum of the Leo Lions. It's a full timeout. We'll take it along with Coach and be right back.
The new Kayla Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Desmond Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Professionally trained staff support, the opportunity to bring guests, plus various youth programs. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org.
Well, Leo has rattled off how many consecutive points?
8 points, yeah.
Yeah, the only other hot start the Knights got out to this season was down at Mississinawa in a game where they started out 15-2 and could not retain the lead in that one.
They need a bucket on this possession as Leo, boy, that is really, I mean, it's almost a man-to-man. The only difference is they're just doing a lot of switching without chasing the basketball. So I've really got to call it a matchup zone. That's Kissel spinning into the lane. Nice kick out to a wide open Cody Shively. Cody not able to knock it down. It'll be Leo's ball off of Colt Rinkenberger.
Knights have kind of gone cold here in the early going here in the second quarter.
They're still getting quality shots.
Yeah, they are.
That's Klopfenstein the other way. That's Jeremy Davison with an ill-advised three-pointer. Bray Wilson on the run with a long rebound. He's looking for Cole Wilson. Instead, gets it to Shively on the runner, no good. Colt Rinkenberger way short, and Barrow comes out of there with it. All of a sudden, there's a lid on the basket for the Knights, and Clay Klopfenstein, that's way too easy. He brings the Lions to within 5 at the 4:36 mark here in the second quarter. Shively again on the left wing, little stop and go move, the runner no good, and Heron with the rebound. Klopfenstein will still be guarded by Ian Kissel. Dylan Barrow wide open for three, no good. Barrow, he has not been on much at all so far this evening either.
No, he hasn't. He's taken 2 3-point shots, and I don't know why a 6'8" senior would be doing that in a high school basketball game.
That's because he had 33 in the second half, and he had like 6
Still feeling it.
Okay, well, he's not making any tonight right now, so Kissel misses a layup.
Kissel has gone cold as well. Nice move by Klopfenstein. A little hard off the rim there. Bray Wilson the other way. Bray, will pull up and miss a 17-footer. Did not have a rebounding advantage underneath on that play.
And Leo's missed some point-blank shots as well. I mean, they're both teams getting pretty good looks, and either team able to knock down a great percentage to this point.
Reed Heron's going to pick up the foul and take a seat. He'll be replaced by Stanton Haney. Also, Max Dove back into the Leo lineup. Quentin Middleton out there now for the Knights. He replaced Cole Wilson. Bray Wilson handling it right now for Norwell. He'll leave it for Kissel, and they'll reset things. Boy, Dylan Barrow coming way out on the elbow as Kissel will draw a foul. I think that's going to go against Davison. No, it'll go against Max Dove. That's his first. Team's fifth. Norwell with just 2 team fouls so far in this one, and there's only 3:21 left in the half.
And the issue is they still haven't scored this quarter.
Right. Yeah. Shively. Middleton now looks right. And, boy, not a lot of movement right now by the Norwell offense as Kissel tries to drive. He's stripped. Norwell will retain the basketball.
Ian's got to learn that he can't go through a pile of
He's counting.
3 basketball players, but
It's going to be.
Oh, boy, that was close. As Shively on the drive gets it to go high off the backboard. Nice touch there by Cody.
It's kind of a big bucket for the Knights.
Yeah, they really needed to stem the tide, and then Cody commits a foul on the other end. Just couldn't quite get stopped as Cody picks up his first, third on the team. He and Jeremy Davison built very similarly. Davison listed at 6'1", Shively listed at 6'1" as well. They both weigh about $120. Davison with the move. That gets Leo back to within 5. Now they're more than $120.
Yeah.
Probably $140 anyway. Bray Wilson will pull up the jumper, no good, from 18. And boy, Norwell really having a tough time scoring here in the second quarter as Klopfenstein throws it away. Barrow says, put a little bit more loft on that for me. Riley Stauffer's going to check back in for the Coach Hawkins as Colt Rinkenberger takes a seat. 2:30 left here in the quarter and the half. Bray Wilson handling it up top for the Knights. Cole Wilson goes to the scorer's bench. He'll check in with the next dead ball. And now Leo starting to chase a little bit up top in this 2-3. They never did go to a man-to-man. We might have said they did, but it's really more of a matchup zone than it is a man-to-man. Although now they're starting to chase a little bit more. Kissel forces it up and gets it to go through a lot of traffic. Klopfenstein quickly the other way, and a very nice steal there by Bray Wilson. Good kick out to Kissel, open for 3, no good this time. Dove hauls down the rebound, 1:42 left in the half. Klopfenstein working on Kissel. He's not going to drive this time. Boy, he had a lot of success with that earlier in the quarter.
Yeah, he's really bigger and more muscular than Ian Kissel. If I was him, I'd be doing that about every time. Just trying to get inside, maybe a good kick out.
That ball went right through the hands of Bray Wilson. He would have had an open floor ahead of him as well. Barrow finds Dove underneath. Dove is going to be fouled, and he's going to score. He's a very strong young man as he just kind of breathed on Stauffer and knocked him down. That's the 4th team foul on the Knights, the first on Riley.
Yeah, there was not a ton of contact there, but when you fall down and try to draw a charge, because it wasn't a charge,
no,
you're going to get called for a block.
Yeah, number one, he was too far underneath the bucket for it to be a charge.
Right.
Number 2, he didn't have his feet set. Dove converts another 3-point play, and the Lions as close as they've been in quite a while with 1:10 left. They're only down 4. They have done a great job in this quarter getting back in the basketball game. And the Knights offense has gotten a little stagnant, Noah.
Yeah, really it has. They haven't been able to make as many shots. Now they still have yet to commit a turnover.
Wow.
Just the reason that Leo's getting the ball so much is just because they are totally out-rebounding Norwell when they it's not that hard when you have a guy that's 6'8" and another guy that's 6'5". So really Norwell just needs to make more baskets, but really they're taking care of the basketball fairly well.
Yeah, they really have been. To not have a turnover to this point. 29 seconds left, and it looks like Norwell's going to hold it for one shot after not getting an easy shot early in the set. As the clock ticks under 20 seconds. Wilson holding it. Wilson being guarded by Dylan Barrow. Barrow almost with the foul. Bray a little early on that jumper, but Cole Wilson gets it to Kissel. Kissel's 3 no good. Again, Cole Wilson. He'll put it up himself this time and draw a foul. I believe that's going to go on Max Dove. Boy, Cole Wilson with 2 huge offensive rebounds. That's a second foul on Dove. Just 3.9 left on the clock. And Cole able to roll in that first free throw. Colt Rinkenberger will check back in, as will Cody Shively. if I'm Coach Hawkins, I'm putting pressure in the backcourt on this inbounds play.
Yeah. The only thing
assuming Wilson hits the
right.
free throw.
The only thing you can't allow is a last-second bucket here at the end of the half and let the momentum swing.
That's right. Well, Klotzenstein's going to get across court, and Davison got a lot closer with that shot than I thought he would. That was a tough shot. He was in the very corner of the floor. The Knights, with a strong first half, will take a 6-point lead into the locker room. It's 29-23. We'll take a break here from a few sponsors and be back with your halftime show after these words.
The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey-gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton. Eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart.
He shoots, he scores, it's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Welcome back to the Castle, along with Noah Tobias and Derek Decker. This is Greg Van Meter. You're enjoying a performance by the Norwell dance team as they get a nice hand as they leave the floor. And the Knights have weathered the storm there in the second quarter. Didn't put up a lot of points, but still they take a 6-point lead into the locker room on a team that they were projected to lose to by 16 points, Noah.
Yeah, really, they came out with a fire in all of them. Cody Shively hit a tremendous three-pointer. First attempt, first shot of the game, nothing but net. And really, that's been the story for the Knights in the first quarter, but the second quarter, really, there was something on the rim that was not allowing Norwell to get the ball down under. But they're playing aggressive down under with Colt Rinkerberger. He's being very physical with number 45 Max Dove and 42 Dylan Burrow. And I'm honestly impressed on how Norwell is doing, but most of that was just in the first quarter.
Yeah, it really was. Norwell trying to take 2 out of 3 tonight as the freshmen won 44-31 in the auxiliary gym this evening. The JV lost a tough one, 43-42. That game was close all the way. And a couple late baskets by the Lions JV proved to be the difference as the Knights kind of lost track of where they were in the waning seconds of that one. Ended up dropping at 43-42. But here in the varsity game, Norwell having a solid first half, Derek, and I know you were probably trying to get a peek at the stats.
I was trying to get an early peek, and you were looking both ways for me.
Yeah, I was going to feed you there, but what we'll do is we'll take some time here with Noah, find out what those stats were, and then we'll get your analysis of them. How about that?
Individual scoring for Leo High School, number 15, Craig Kloffenstein has 7 points. Number 24, Reed Heron has 6 points. Number 42, Dylan Barrow has 2 points. Number 44, Jeremy Davison has 2 points. And number 45, Max Dove, has 6 points. That adds up to be 23 points. The Leo Lions were 9 of 22 from the field in the first half, which is 40%. They were also 7 of 12 from the 2-point area, which is 58%, and 2 of 10, which is 20% from the 3-point area. They were also 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and then non-scoring for them, they had 3 assists, 2 of them from Barrow. They also had 15 rebounds total. 14 of those came from the defensive side. So that's really lopsided. I'm surprised that they haven't gotten more offensive rebounds for more putbacks with Barrow and Dove down under. They also had 2 blocks, 6 fouls total, and 6 turnovers total. For your Norwell Knights, individual scoring, Cody Shively had 5 points. Number 12, Ian Kissel, had 11 points. He is your only Knight in double figures. Number 20, Cole Wilson, had 2 points. Number 23, Quentin Middleton, had 3 points. Riley Stauffer had a bucket, and also Cole Rankenberger had a bucket down early. And then number 32, Bray Wilson, had 4 points. The Knights were 11 of 33 from the field, which is 33%. They were 7 of 23 from the 2-point field goals, which is 30%. They were 4 of 10 for 3-point field goals, which is 40%. So both teams have taken 10 3-point attempts. Norwell was 4 of 10, and Leo was only 2 of 10. So that's kind of funny how both teams only took 10. But Norwell is 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Cole Wilson made 2 of 2, and then also Ian Kissel made his 1. And then non-scoring for the Knights, I recorded them having 7 assists, 4 of them from Bray Wilson. They also had 18 rebounds total, so actually they are out-rebounding the Leo Lions by 3. I really hope I got that right, because if I did, that's an incredible stat. But they also had 6 offensive rebounds and 12 defensive rebounds. Then the Knights had 2 steals, and they had 4 fouls, but no turnovers to this point. And really, Derek, that's incredible. I don't think I've ever said that Norwell has had 0 turnovers after one half of basketball.
Yeah, we've talked about this team in the past. Randy Hawkins' teams are usually very disciplined on the offensive end. They usually take pretty good care of the ball. However, tonight, you can't ask for much better than 0 turnovers in the first half. Certainly keeping them into the basketball game at this point. Obviously, the strong first quarter, they had 23 points and then just 6 in the second. And to say that you are still up 6 points after having just 6 points in the second quarter against a team that's receiving votes in the Class 3A poll, that's pretty darn impressive.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Norwell just did not make very many shots in that second quarter, shooting 33% in the first half. I can't imagine that they missed more than 3 or 4 shots in that first half, maybe 6 in that first quarter. Yeah. So not nearly as effective in the second quarter. We'll see how this second half starts. And this first 3 minutes of the second half is going to be absolutely critical for the Knights. They need to at least maintain, if not build on, that 6-point lead that they have right now. We'll take a quick break and be back with second half action here from the Castle after these words from our sponsors.
What do you guys want to eat for supper tonight?
I want Paschetti.
I want Paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton.
Welcome back to the Castle. We're just about set to start this second half. Norwell trying to break a 4-game losing streak.
You just heard from my favorite sponsor. That's Paschetti's Italian restaurant. It is.
Leo trying to win their second in a row, their 9th of the season.
And interesting thing I take out of that schedule that Leo's played, both teams are 0-2 against common opponents.
That's right. Both Dwenger and Concordia were losses. That backdoor play did not work right off the bat for the Knights. Shively looking for help. Leo certainly, they changed their defense now. That is a straight man-to-man as Klopfenstein guarding Kissel well out on the floor. Kissel kicks it out to Wilson in the corner. That's Cody Shively, and that's good. Cody Shively starts both halves with a 3-ball for the Knights. And that's a big shot for Norwell to get on the board first here in the second half. Shively guarding Jeremy Davison on the wing. So both teams now in a pretty much straight-up man-to-man. Klopfenstein with a long 3, and that is not his shot. Kissel able to save it and gets it back from Colt Rinkenberger. That's Heron guarding him on the other end. Kissel will get it in to the middle. I think that's going to go on Max Dubb. If so, it'll be his third. It is. First team foul of the second half for Leo. And Ian Kissel will go to the line. Ian's done a good job from the free throw line all season, but he's really picked up the pace here over the last half dozen games, Noah.
Yeah, most definitely. He has done just a great job shooting free throws. I remember one game, I can't remember off the top of my head, but he was 4 of 4, I think, for the last quarter of a game. I think that was up against DeKalb, if I'm not mistaken, but he's definitely done a great job as Klopfenstein rolls an easy 2-bucket in.
Yeah, Klopfenstein really strong, taking it into the lane. He's had a lot of success against Kissel with that. Norwell, though, with the first 5 points of this half is a good start. They lead by 9 with 6:35 on the clock. Wilson finds Shively, and they'll reset it out to Bray. Bray and Cole on the floor at the same time for the Knights as Cody Shively knocks down his third 3 of the game. And Norwell's lead back up to 12. That's as big as it's been all night for the Knights.
And Cody Shively, he's had a really tough year this year. He's taken a lot of really great shots, but just not been able to make them, as Barrow draws a foul but also makes a bucket. That foul will go against Ian Kissel, if I'm not mistaken. But really, Cody Shively is turning it on tonight, as he has 9 points, and all of those are three-pointers.
Barrow takes no time getting up that free throw and short-armed it. So Norwell's lead right at 10 at this point. Kissel being guarded by Heron on the other end, and he's trying to guard Klopfenstein on this end of the floor. Not an easy task. Ian working against Jerry Davison right now on the switch as Wilson leaves it for Wilson. Of course, Bray Wilson, we got some clarification. Bray is actually Cole's uncle. So we've been calling him cousins all year. Cody Shively, another 3. Good shot. Just didn't go this time. And Klopfenstein will head the other way. Being guarded by Kissel, and Kissel will stay on him. Barrow backs up beyond the arc and drains the three-pointer. And that's what you got to be careful of, as he only had 2 points in the first half. He averaged 12 points a game last year for these Lions as a junior, and he's been over 30 his last 2 games. Ian really thinking about the three-pointer. Instead, he'll drive on Heron and go to the line. I believe they called that as a shooting foul. For Heron, that's his third. So Leo now with 2 players having incurred 3 fouls. Kissel will try to make it hurt for the Knights as he looked very good on that free throw. Heron takes a seat for the Lions, and Stanton Haney back in. Both Heron and Haney seniors, both listed at 5'9", both probably about 5'7", as Kissel having a very good second half here so far. That's Klopfenstein. Haney working it around the right wing, being guarded by Cole Wilson. Giving up a lot of size to Wilson. Now Davison loses track of it for the Lions. Barrow will put up a three and not hit anything. And Barrow just doesn't look like he puts much into that shot. There's no bottom half, no lift in that shot, as Bray Wilson couldn't get that three to go. Cody Shively's going to pick up another foul for the Knights. That's his second, I believe.
Yeah, that's only his second.
Second team foul on the Knights.
Cody was trying to slap the ball out, but he accidentally got someone's arm.
Yeah, he did. Davison on the baseline. He'll shoot the floater off the glass. Good-looking shot there by Jeremy Davis. And the sophomore pulls the Lions to within 7. Just under 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Kissel tried to kick it out to Shively as Davison steps on the sideline.
We still not had a turnover here?
Correct, because that was not technically a turnover because he did not have full possession of the ball.
Ooh, tough shot by Shively. Wow. A three in the corner goes. Wow, that was a very difficult shot. Basically a turnaround three. As that lefty shot from Alex Welsh, who must have entered on the last dead ball. I did not see him come in, and he didn't look real comfortable on that shot. Kissel not able to get that three to go. However, Shively will kick it out. Wilson the other way. The floater doesn't touch anything. And that was probably, should have been called a travel on Cole Wilson instead. Ian Kissel takes advantage. Coach Cogdell wants a timeout. Norwell up again by 12. We'll take a break and be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
Well, the Knights looking good here to start this second half. 3:07 left on the clock here in the third quarter. The Knights leading by 12 there.
Leo fans are very frustrated after that one, as a series of events that kind of led up to a Ian Kissel basket. Perhaps a travel in there.
Yeah, Kissel's shot definitely did not draw iron, and he was the next one to touch it. I'm pretty sure, according to the rule book, that is a traveling call. As Welsh tries to force it into Barrow. Good hands by Barrow to corral that pass. Haney up top. Loses the basketball, and that's Ian Kissel ended up with it to Bray Wilson. Colt Rinkenberger on the drive. Boy, that's a shot you got to have if you're the Knights. Jeremy Davison for three, no good, but Haney comes out of there with the rebound for Leo. Good defense by Shively. Welch misses a point-blank shot, and that's going to be a foul on Dylan Barrow.
Oh, there's a tee.
Well, I'm guessing he said the magic word.
I think you're right, because didn't look like he said a ton. So
the magic word, I'm telling you, it can get you about anything you want. A technical.
The magic
seat on
word
the bench.
is very powerful.
Yeah,
really,
very powerful.
Well, and the reality is, fellas, that the magic word is expressed many, many times throughout a basketball game. However, if you're 10 feet from the official, you look him in the eye and use that word. it's going to be called.
Boy, the Knights continue to extend their lead here.
Barrow's going to take a seat, and of course that technical foul also counts as a personal foul, so he's got 2. Max Dove re-enters for the Lions. Kissel able to knock down both free throws. Norwell now with their biggest lead of the game at 14 points.
Who came in for Leo for Barrow?
Max Dove.
All right, thank you.
45. As Leo getting after it now on defense. Quentin Middleton also entered for the Knights out of that break, as did Riley Stauffer. They're out there with Bray Wilson, Cody Shively, and Ian Kissel. Wilson working on Dove. That's Stauffer from the corner and well short. Jeremy Davison out of there with it. Davison will leave it for Klopfenstein as Klopfenstein directs traffic. It's Jeremy Davison, a quick move, and he's going to draw the foul.
That's on Shively. It's his 3rd.
I believe that's going to be on Bray Wilson.
Well, we'll check and see here.
Oh, it is Cody Shively. Good call, Derek.
His 3rd, team's 3rd. Bray Wilson takes a seat as Cole Wilson checks back in. Also, Colt Rinkenberger is going to check in. Well, nope, they're going to say that's a little too late.
Yeah, the horn should never have sounded. This was already...
Ball was already handed to Jeremy Davison on the baseline. Davison into Welsh. Klopfenstein on the curl. Davison just lost the basketball. Middleton the other way takes it in, misses the layup, and the rebound controlled by Max Dove. We'll see who that foul is against. Welsh will pick up the foul. Welsh is 6'2" junior for the Lions. That'll send Cole Wilson to the line to shoot a pair. And he looked good on that one.
Knights need to continue to knock down free throws here to extend that lead. It gives them more margin for error in the 4th quarter if they suddenly go cold again, because we know they can.
Right.
In the 2nd quarter, we saw it as that's in and out.
Colt Rinkenberger back on the floor for Cody Shively. As Shively takes a seat, a very good 3rd quarter so far for Cody, as Davison launches a 3 that's no good. Ian Kissel able to wrap up the basketball. That touched about 4 sets of hands on its way to Kissel's possession. 1.5 minutes left, and Klopfenstein, good anticipation there, is going to get fouled by Middleton. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. And the officials discussing that play. Cody definitely wrapped up Klopfenstein at the basket. I don't know that.
It's not in it. Oh, yeah, now they're going to call it. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that was going to be on Quentin Middleton, actually.
You know,
right.
This
Did
game.
I not say Middleton?
You said Shively.
Did it really?
I don't know. I wasn't paying any attention.
I'm pretty sure you did.
But, this game is conference. It gets a little heated and motions flare a little bit. It's a good foul.
Yeah, I tell you what, I've got a little bit of a difficult time understanding that foul call, because there was obviously no intent of Quentin to hurt the kid.
No,
and he did touch the basketball anyway. Jeremy Davison will inbound for the Lions, and a foul's going to be called on Leo. I didn't see it, fellas.
That's going to be on Dove, and that's going to be his 4th foul.
And that's a huge foul.
It is. Dove and Barrow, by far the 2 largest Leo Lions, and Dove's going to be replaced by Will Moreau. Moreau, a 5'9" junior.
Wow, you're losing a lot of height and a lot of muscle right there.
Leo's going to counter by man-to-man all over the floor, and a little bit of a trap here. Kissel in trouble, and a 10-second call is going to go against the Knights.
That's got to be, I think, the 2nd turnover of the evening for the Knights.
You're correct. Yep, 2nd turnover.
Well, they're trying to decide where they're going to inbound the basketball. Coach Hawkins exhorting his team.
I don't know what we're talking about here.
Coach Hawkins has every right to, but yeah, Derek, I'm not entirely sure.
Well, and
Well, I think it's definitely Leo's basketball.
Yes.
I think they were looking at the possession arrow is what they were. I think they changed the possession arrow on the 10-second call, which it should not change.
That's the second time that the buzzer sounded a little late.
Yeah, very late. As Norwell trying to get their players in. Of course, that's a Norwell representative running that game clock. As Davison leaves it for Klopfenstein. 1:02 left in this third quarter. And nice drive by Hanny. Couldn't get the shot to go. Coming out of there was Welsh, and he traveled with it. Now Bray Wilson will check in. Riley Stauffer takes a seat. And full court pressure again from the Lions. You'll see this the rest of the way unless they get a big lead. As they trail right now by 14. They've already forced a 10-second turnover. Now Kissel into the front court. In the corner, that's Middleton. They'll reset as they bring it all the way back out to Kissel with 45. Kissel tried to drive. Oh boy, that's going to be a break for the Knights as a foul's going to be called.
Kissel got bailed out that time.
Yes, he did.
On Stanton Hanny. On Hanny, that's his second foul, 7th on the team. And the sure-handed Ian Kissel back to the line. He's really shot well from the line so far tonight. Looks a little bit smoother than he did earlier in the year. Getting that release out in front of him a little bit more, a little higher.
Yeah, right now Ian Kissel is 7 of 7 from the line.
And it looks like the freshman Levi Leidig is going to check in for the Knights as Ian makes it 8 for 8 and is going to take a seat. He's being replaced by the freshman Leidig. Leidig listed at 5'8". That's pretty generous as he's trying to guard Clay Klopfenstein. And Klopfenstein got all the way to the rim.
More free throws for the Knights.
Yeah, that's sloppy for the Leo Lions.
I think it was on Welsh.
Well,
yep.
It was nice. It's a good thinking play for Klopfenstein to recognize that the freshman was in there. He took it to the hole. He just couldn't convert.
Yeah, and he had a wide open layup.
Quint Middleton was just talking to Leidig, and I think he was saying, hey, either you and me are going to switch or you and somebody else are going to switch.
Yeah.
Because that can't happen.
No.
Yeah, that was way too easy.
I mean, he just blew right by the freshman. As Cole Wilson's going to go to the line. Able to knock down the first one. He can give Norwell an 18-point lead here with 36.2 left.
Well, at this point, the Herald predictions kind of flipped.
Yeah.
Knights lead it by 17.
And still at 17. As Klopfenstein quickly the other way. Oh, boy, that could have been a travel call on Leo. Instead, Klopfenstein launches the three. Little mix-up underneath. We'll see who that goes against. It's either going to be Welsh or Middleton. Or both.
I think he called a double foul.
He did.
So it'll be a Leo ball underneath.
That'll be the third foul.
Yep, on Welsh. But also...
Well, I'm not sure it was on Welsh. I never saw 1-4. I definitely, yeah, it was called on number 32. And there's not a 32 out there right now for
there is.
Leo.
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is. There's Will Moreo.
Will Moreau. Yeah, forgot he entered. So it's a double foul. Middleton picks up his. How many is that on Middleton?
That'll be his second, and then Moreau's second as well.
Right.
So double foul's now a jump ball.
Yes.
It is a jump ball.
It is.
Yes.
But then there's another foul, and that's going to be on number 15, Klopfenstein, for a moving pick.
Well,
I'll tell you what's happening. Leo's getting frustrated.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Leo's getting frustrated, and it's pretty visible as the clock needs to move. But the Knights are probably going to take the last shot here in the third quarter.
Well, and now Norwell's now in the double bonus. And there's another foul on number 44, Davison. And Levi Leidig will be able to make some varsity points if he can convert these free throws.
Leidig trying to extend Norwell's lead to 19 points.
And
he looked like a freshman shooting that one as he really short-armed it. 14.8 left on the clock.
I think he has one basket this season. He does have a three-pointer. Had it back in the Blackhawk game, the second game of the tournament.
There you go.
There he is.
On Wednesday.
18-point lead for the Knights. Final seconds of the third quarter ticking away here as Klopfenstein working against Colt Rinkenberger. 5 on the clock. Klopfenstein to the rim. Boy, that was easy. And that's going to end the third quarter. That's not a shot by Quentin Middleton. Norwell leading Leo after a great third quarter, 51-35 after 3. We'll take a break here from a couple of sponsors and be right back with your fourth quarter from the Castle.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
At Warren Pharmacy, we offer local delivery, accept hundreds of prescription insurance plans, offer special ordering for hard-to-find items, have home health care and convalescent supplies, stock Nature's Bounty, Windmill, and basic vitamins, and Nature's Sunshine nutritional products, along with many other services provided. Warren Pharmacy, 222 North Wayne Street in Warren. You can reach them toll-free at 800-895-7035. Warren Pharmacy, we're big enough to meet your needs, yet small enough to know your name.
Here at the Castle, Norwell leading 51-35 against the Lions. Starting this fourth quarter for the Lions, it's Barrow, Heron, Klopfenstein, Welsh, and Davison for the Knights. It's Bray and Cole Wilson, Ian Kissel, Colt Rinkenberger, and Cody Shively, the original starters. And
yeah,
that's what you're going to see is a lot of pressure from the Lions as they force a turnover. Barrow open for 3.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered for Leo.
Leo really struggled in that third quarter, and here's a ton of pressure. Finally, Kissel finds Wilson. Wilson into the front court. That's going to be an offensive foul on Bray Wilson as he kind of gave Heron a forearm shiver.
Did.
Right
Can't
there
extend.
At half court.
Cannot extend.
That's first foul on Bray. 6th on the team.
The only person that's in foul trouble for Norwell right now is Cody Shively. He has 3 fouls, but being in the fourth quarter, that's not too bad. But Dove for Leo has 4 fouls.
Klopfenstein will take it to the rim. Boy, a lot of contact there, no call. Welsh with the offensive rebound. Barrow able to save it, and Heron will reset. Launch at 3.
A foul.
And Cole Wilson is going to send Heron to the line for 3 free throws. Well, that's a sophomore mistake.
And, that's something he's got to learn because that's the second time he's done that this year. That happened in the DeKalb game right down the stretch. But a missed free throw might get away with it a little bit.
Yeah. It's positive that he's trying to get out on the shooter. I mean, he certainly always has done a good job of that. But you certainly don't want to give anybody 3 free throws.
Right.
Although it's working out in the Knights' favor right now. Heron 0 for 2 and 1 for 3.
Yeah, there's a fine line between aggressive and foul.
Yep.
And you got to find the middle ground.
That's going to be a foul. Yep, on Ian Kissel. As Kissel's going to pick up his third foul.
That was a flop.
Violation what?
Personal foul.
No, it was not a foul.
Barrow with 2 attempts cuts Norwell's lead to 10.
Well, that was not a foul. That last play was not a foul. He said it's just a violation, and what is that? He either traveled or I don't know what the call was.
Well, maybe we'll get an explanation here. We'll try. It is a full timeout for Coach Hawkins. We'll take it along with him and be back after these words from the local YMCA.
The new Kaler Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Dustman Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community. surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Unlimited participation in group exercise classes, free childcare while you work out, and free private health and wellness consultations. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org.
I'll tell you, watching the official here explaining it to the Norwell coaches, it was almost like he was explaining it was a traveling call.
Yeah, I think
so that'd be a turnover against the Knights.
Right.
That's what I put it in the book, because a violation, that could only be a turnover.
Right. Cody Shively somehow bounces out of trouble. That was not a good play. Davison up ahead. That's going to be a foul on Bray Wilson. Bray thought he got all ball.
Yeah, things are really turning now, and the Knights have to find a way to get a bucket.
Well, the big thing is they got to get the ball across the 10-second line at this point. Leo's backcourt defense really bothering the Knights. After having 0 turnovers in the first half, Noah, how many have they had here in the fourth quarter?
Hold on 1 second, and I'll tell you. Norwell right now has 5 turnovers.
They had 2 in the third quarter. That's going to be a foul.
This thing's going to start coming down to a free throw shooting contest down the stretch here.
I'll tell you, Leo's killing themselves right now from the line.
Yeah, the Knights certainly have the advantage there, and that's a big reason on the 10-point lead at this point.
That's right. They trail by 10, now 11 as Kissel continues to knock down free throws. This should be a 6 or 7 point game, but Leo has struggled from the free throw line. They missed a front end as well as 2 on a 3 attempt sequence. Norwell's lead back to 12, 6:45 left. Klopfenstein into the lane, gets free and scores. And boy, Norwell cannot stop him. That's going to be a foul, however, on Craig Klopfenstein.
That's going to be his second. And Ian Kissel again will go to the line. So far, Ian Kissel is 10 of 10 from the free throw line. If you're going to foul someone from Norwell, it can't be Ian Kissel because he's doing a fantastic job. Remember, 24 for Leo Heron. He has 4 fouls at the moment, so that's why he came out. So now they have 2 players with 4 fouls.
Yeah, and I will tell you, Ian within shouting distance here of the Norwell record for most consecutive free throws made in the game. It's 14, and he's now at 12, right?
Correct.
Okay, so if he can knock down 2 more, he will tie a record that stood since 1973.
Wow.
As Bray Wilson heads the other way. Bray, nice pass underneath to Cole. Cole Wilson with the basket. The foul's going to go on Klopfenstein, his third. Norwell now in the double bonus.
Boy, all of a sudden that lead is blossomed back up to 14 here.
As Wilson not able to knock down the free throw. Still, the basket was big as Klopfenstein to Welsh with, that's about as ugly a shot as you're going to see, folks. Kissel in the backcourt. Now Cole Wilson across the timeline. Cole able to get the 2 to go. That's a break for the Knights. Norwell doesn't need to score right now. As Klopfenstein turns it over, Cody Shively the other way. He'll take it in and score. Another layup for the Knights. They lead by 18. Jeremy Davison for 3. Good.
Okay, this is like a Leo basketball game right here.
That stops the bleeding, and Coach Cogdell calls for a 30-second timeout. Norwell leads by 15 here with 5:43 left. We'll take a break and be right back. Yeah, welcome back to the Castle. Ian Kissel, with 2 more free throws and no misses, would tie Huppengarner from 1973 on the team that went to the semi-state.
Well, I have a feeling he's probably going to get back to the line at some point.
Well, I would think so. As he's tied, I know he's tied Josh Van Meter with 12, who was right behind Hoop, as Wilson finally finds Kissel, gets it back, and that's the way you break the press. Colt Rinkenberger throws it away, and Klopfenstein heads the other way.
Nice defense.
Good hustle by Bray Wilson.
The Knights have been very active, jumping in the passing lanes this evening on the defensive end.
5:31 left in this one. Norwell just needs to take care of the basketball at this point.
Number 33, Stoller came in for the Leo Lions.
That was Davison launching the three. No good, but gets the offensive rebound and lays it in. Good pursuit there by Davison to not give up on the play. Cody Shively the other way. Now Ian Kissel. Good job here by the Knights. If you don't get a layup, don't shoot it. Rinkenberger gets the layup they wanted and couldn't get it to go. Haney out of there with it for the Lions. Klopfenstein being guarded by Kissel. They swing it underneath to Barrow. Barrow creates some space short on the shot. Boy, he has not had a good night.
Yeah.
And that's thrown away by Rinkenberger.
A foul?
Oh, yeah, that's going to go on Kissel.
It's his
third or fourth?
Yeah, it's third. That's right. And that's actually big because that's only his third. And from what we saw earlier, it would have been his fourth if that was not called a violation rather than a foul.
Right. Riley Stauffer replaces Colt Rinkenberger. 4:43 left. And Haney's free throw bounces around. Nice touch by the young man. That makes it a 12-point Norwell lead.
The next foul that's called against Norwell will put Leo into the double bonus.
That barely hit the rim. High arching free throw by Haney. And here comes the defense for the Knights. Whew. Bray Wilson able to get it into the front court. Cole Wilson.
Foul.
That's going to be a foul. He got bailed out there, I believe.
Yeah,
I thought he was
drug his foot there.
You know, I think
against Moreau.
I think he's gotten away with a couple of travels this evening.
On Moreau, it's his third. Knights have been in the double bonus for a long time. Wilson trying to add to that Norwell lead, and he has struggled from the free throw line tonight. What is he now, Noah?
Cole Wilson is now. He is now 4 of 8.
Yeah.
Wow. Does he have all 4 of the Knights' misses, I assume?
I believe so, yes.
Well, his ninth one makes it a 13-point Norwell lead with 4:25. Klopfenstein into the lane, can't get it to go, but keeps the offensive rebound alive. Haney with a high arching three, no good. Moreau able to keep it in play. Actually, that was Luke Stoller. Stoller, a 6'2" sophomore, who might be the thinnest player on the floor.
And Haney will pick up his third foul. He is all over Ian Kissel.
Well, Kissel's going to have his chance here.
Yeah, he is. If he can hit both free throws.
That'd be tying the record.
It would tie the record. The record's 14, and I feel real comfortable in claiming that.
So
that was in 1973.
I'm not sure if this is the question or not. Is that my uncle's year that he was on the semi-state team? Jim Walmsley?
No.
I'm trying
1973.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
That was about 20 years before your uncle.
Well, I know there's a semi-state picture up on the wall on one of the hallways.
Yeah, that was from 1988.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
your
he's
uncle
older
was
than
a
he
junior that year.
is.
He graduated the following year in 89. Davison with a desperation three. Great touch. Norwell's lead still at 12. Leo playing desperate defense. They get the steal. Heron leaves it for Davison. Davison for three. Buries it. And it's a 9-point Norwell lead.
How fast things can change here.
Yeah, especially with the three-pointer. Cole Wilson, got away with the travel. And Norwell's lead back to 11. They normally do not allow that in high school basketball. The NBA, that's one less, but Craig Klopfenstein knocks down a three, and all of a sudden Leo shooting the lights out. Cole Wilson into the front court. Takes it to the rim again.
The Knights don't have to go fast here.
No, they don't. They need to get into their offense. If they get a layup, great. Otherwise, just take care of the basketball. Kissel into the front court. Finds Stauffer. Stauffer lays it in. And Coach Hawkins is going to take a full timeout with 3:08 left. That's a good timeout by Coach. We'll take it along with him and be right back after these words from Paschetti's.
What do you guys want to eat for supper tonight?
I want Paschetti.
I want Paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton.
Well, here at the Castle, 3:08 left. Norwell leading the heavily favored Leo Lions, 68-58. Remember, folks, Leo came in with an 8-3 record and was favored by 16, according to Harold's website. And Harold's website's getting relatively accurate around this time of year, Noah.
Yeah, I would agree. Really, Leo, they've been shooting the lights out here the past couple of possessions. I wouldn't be surprised if they took another three, but there will be another foul on
Bray Wilson, I believe.
Yeah, I thought it was Bray Wilson.
It'll send Dylan Barrow to the line to shoot a pair, as both teams now in the double bonus. That is the little tab above the scoreboard that you see, right above the number for each team. This game's still a long way from being over, as Moreau and Stoller check back in for the Lions. Barrow misses that free throw. Leo's not done a good job from the line tonight, but Norwell turns it over again. That three ball doesn't hit anything.
That was lucky because the Knights were not back.
Yep.
And he got away a clean look.
Yeah, he sure did. And
oh, no.
That's going to be a foul on Ian Kissel. Yep. Good job by Moreau to establish position. It's a player control foul, though.
Fourth on Kissel.
That's
not a. Whoa.
How can that be free throws?
It's not. That's.
No,
yeah,
it's
now we're going to
control.
talk about it. It's gray ball and that's player control.
Yep.
Well, all right.
Okay. Moreau's going to shoot a pair of free throws. He'll try to draw the Lions to within 7. Norwell's lead was as big as what? 15, Noah?
Yes.
Alex Welsh will re-enter for Craig Klopfenstein. They're trying to They're trying to keep him out of foul trouble. Also, Haney will take a seat. Moreau good on both free throws. It's a 3-possession game. The Knights have to take care of the basketball. Shively throws it away off the knee of Riley Stauffer. Barrow thought about the three. Instead, Davison rushed it. Kissel came out with a rebound and draws the foul.
Now Kissel can
break the record.
Potentially break the record and set the new bar.
Now this particular record, if he makes this free throw but misses the second one, he doesn't have the record. It's the name of the record is most free throws made without a miss in a ball game. So he's now 15 of 15 from the line. Done a great job this evening. As Middleton re-enters for the Knights. For the Lions, Klopfenstein and Heron back in.
It's kind of a big free throw as well, as it would put him up 3 3-point baskets.
Right. And Ian good again. Kissel will take a seat as Colt Rinkenberger re-enters for the Knights. 2:33 left. Both teams being in the double bonuses really slowed down this fourth quarter, especially with Leo playing the aggressive defense that they are. Klopfenstein open for three. The high arcing shot no good. However, Barrow comes out of there with it on the offensive rebound. Now Klopfenstein works it inside. They kick it around to Heron. Davison thought about the three. The step back three no good. Riley Stauffer almost threw it away. Middleton can't hang on to it. Klopfenstein scores. And Coach Cogdell will call a timeout. It's a 32nd timeout. We'll take it along with him and be right back. The Knights lead by 7.
Hyundai Motors is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with an outstanding selection of low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs that are in fantastic condition. And their ASE certified technicians in the service department offer oil changes, brakes, AC tune-ups, as well as a full line of replacement parts and tires, and are the best in customer satisfaction. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to browse their inventory of new and used vehicles.
Welcome back to the Castle. Leo with a furious defensive run here in this fourth quarter. They've cut Norwell's lead to 7. Ray Wilson inbounding for the Knights. The Knights have just had a heck of a time taking care of the basketball in the backcourt. Cody Shively works it up to the timeline. Now Colt Rinkenberger will leave it for Bray Wilson, Cole Wilson, and Bray needs to get out of the corner. And Coach Hawkins calls timeout. Not happy with his team as they are not where he wants them to be. And Coach Hawkins has to be running close to running out of timeouts.
Yeah, I would suspect so. And when you're going up against a press offense, like a half-court press offense, you cannot be in any corner at all. But obviously, Bray Wilson. He backed himself up into that one.
He just kind of went right into it.
Yeah, you've got to be in the middle of the floor all the time, or back and forth out of the middle of the floor. So Leo playing a very sticky, aggressive man-to-man trapping defense, and oh boy, Norwell needs to get the ball in. They do not.
Too long. The Knights are kind of coming apart at the seams right now on offense.
They really are. They had the 10-second violation earlier, now a 5-second violation.
Boy, the defense has they've stopped. They're forcing really long shots, long threes, but the offense has to get something going here.
Jeremy Davison finds Heron wide open for three, no good. The rebound controlled by Dylan Barrow. Klopfenstein launches a three and banks it in. Leo now within 4 points, and a foul's going to be called on Heron. I think that's all for Heron, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Boy, that's kind of a creepy deja vu right there. Banked it in.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot closer than the bank that
It was.
Heisman hit for the girls last night.
Well, this game is now 4 points, and there's still a minute and a half left. That's an eternity. 90 seconds is a long time.
Especially with a three-point play.
Right.
Available to you, that three-point line. Heron will take a seat as he fouls out, the senior, limping as he made his way to the bench. Ian Kissel continues his free throw parade tonight, and that is 18 for him.
I believe so.
Craig Klopfenstein the other way. Gets into the lane. He'll kick. That's Moreau on the shot, no good, and Kissel comes down with a rebound. This is a big possession for the Knights. They need to make it a three-possession game if they at all can. And Coach Hawkins has to use what I believe is his last timeout.
It's got to be a 30, and I think
he's got one left, Eric?
I think that was it.
Yeah, I think so.
Coach Hawkins is out. Leo has 2 left.
All right, we'll take a quick break here from Adams Memorial Hospital with a video spot and be right back. Well, Norwell, whose lead was at least 18 at one point here in the second half. Their lead now down to 6 with 1:12 left. They need to take care of the basketball and hit free throws. Ian Kissel has done that in record fashion so far tonight. He's gone to the line 18 times and hit all of them. And frankly, he is the reason Norwell continues to lead in this basketball game. Right now, 72-66.
Yeah, well, the Knights need to get it across here. They're
telling Dylan Barrow he's got to stay straight up and down.
Yeah, you can't put your hand over the line.
The 6'8" Barrow defending Gray Wilson. Kissel receives the basketball. Wilson into the front court. And Cole Wilson traveled. He sure did.
Yep. And it would have been a good look.
Oh,
it really would have been a great look.
And
yeah, it was one of those shots that you have to take.
But it's just...
But
he's gotten away with it too many times.
Yeah. So Leo will try to cut this Norwell lead from 6. Davison in the corner being guarded by Cody Shively. The step back three partially blocked by Cody. Good defense there by Shively. Rinkenberger able to get it away to Shively, and Shively's going to be fouled by Davison. That'll send Cody to the line with 50.3 seconds left.
Right now,
Davison, it's his third.
Right now, Cody has not taken any free throws, so we don't know really how he's feeling tonight about free throws. But
we'll find out as that one hits nothing but net.
That makes it a 3-possession game as well.
Big free throw.
And right now, Cody Shively has 17 points. That's great to see from him. And Ian Kissel has 30.
Wow. 18 of them at the line.
Norwell up by 8. Kloffenstein for 3. Good. And Coach Cogdill will use a 30-second timeout. We'll take it along with him and be right back. The Knights up by 5.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
Leo desperately trying to rally here against the Knights at the Castle. Big conference game for each team. Norwell 4-8 on the season. Coming in, Leo 8-3. Norwell have the basketball on the end line.
And again, this is the first conference meeting between these two teams for the NE8.
Yeah.
So this would also be a good win for that reason as well.
Absolutely. 44.8 left on the clock. Bray Wilson trying to inbound and finds finally Colt Rinkenberger. Rinkenberger is going to be fouled. And I'm pretty sure Cogdill was on the sideline saying, foul, foul, foul.
Only a second left.
It'll go against Haney.
Okay.
Rinkenberger can make it a 3-possession game again if he can knock them both down.
And
wow, he banked it in.
That ball hit the backboard and the rim on a couple of occasions. As back in for Leo's Luke Stoller. Welsh takes a seat. Rinkenberger's second free throw.
It touched the rim.
Well, it's going to be Leo's basketball.
It doesn't matter.
Regardless.
Yeah, that did touch the rim.
43.4 on the clock. Norwell by 6. Boy, that second free throw would have been nice. Kloffenstein, good. That was a 2. And immediately a foul called on, I believe, Davison.
And that's going to be his third personal foul.
Bray will be shooting the free throws now.
That's his fourth, actually, Noah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All righty. Well, I missed one.
Well, there's been a lot of
There
them.
has been a ton.
So that's okay if you miss one here and there. Ray Wilson will go to the line. He can keep it at 2 possessions, but not able to knock down that first free throw.
Norwell only up by 4 to this point.
This game has been really entertaining.
It really has. Leo's done a great job of getting back into it. As Norwell's lead now back to 5. Still 2 possessions, 30 seconds on the clock. Klopfenstein, the pull-up jumper, good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Coach Cogdell will use what I believe is his last timeout. It's a full one. Norwell up by just 3 with 25.2 left on the clock. We'll take a break and be right back with the thrilling final here from the Castle after these words.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
Norwell with the basketball, a 3-point, very tenuous lead as Leo's defensive intensity has made this a basketball game.
A foul.
I think they're going to call that on Moreau. He got kind of tangled up with Cody Shively.
Well, we have had 2 very, very entertaining games between the girls last night and the boys tonight.
Yep.
Leo, a great addition to the conference. He talked about how well they usually match up with each other. But Leo heavily favored in this one.
Norwell trying to hang on. Shively's first free throw, nothing but net. That's a big free throw for Cody.
Well, and that was Moreau's 4th foul. But there's only 25 seconds left to go in this game. As Cody Shively misses that second free throw.
Still 2-possession game, though. Klopfenstein.
Oh, my goodness.
Kept his hand on top.
Yep.
Yep, the official saw it. Oh, what a block by Colt Rinkenberger.
And then a foul.
And Dylan Barrow has had a difficult night, to say the least. Blocked by Colt. He's just too slow to get his shot off.
What a huge play.
That'll be the 3rd foul on Barrow. It'll send Rinkenberger to the line to shoot a pair. That might be the play of the game. 12.4 left on the clock. And I think it's fair. I mean, Colt struggled a little bit tonight. But if this 19 can hang on for the win, that may be the play of the game.
I think this is Colt Rinkenberger's career high. He has 13 points right now.
And what a huge win it would be if the Knights could hang on. They're now 2. If they can hang on, they would be 2-0 in the conference. And after a struggling year to this point, great to get 2 wins against quality programs if they can hang on tonight.
And snapping that 4-game losing streak. Norwell now up by 6. Those were big free throws.
Those free throws look,
the other way.
Those free throws look fantastic.
He traveled.
There's another turnover for Leo, and that will be their 11th turnover of the ball game. And Norwell to this point has only, well, actually they have 12 turnovers.
I was going to say,
yeah,
there they just turned it over again. That's 13 as they threw it away. Davidson, a long 3, no good. And the clock is going to run out on this one. Norwell hangs on for a 6-point victory over the Lions, who were 16-point favorites coming in. We'll talk about it more on our post-game show after these words from our sponsors.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Welcome back to the Castle. A huge win for the Knights tonight. They hang on to defeat Leo 79-73. And, boy, Derek, I'll tell you, I thought the Knights were on the ropes there with about a minute and a half left. Huge play by Colt Rinkenberger in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, what a huge play at the end. And the Knights just, in the end, they built themselves a big enough lead, and I talked about how they had a margin of error, and they used almost all of it.
Yes, they did.
But you know what? That's a great conference win. Definitely, in my opinion, their 2 best performances of the season have come in the conference. A quality win over DeKalb and a very, very high-quality win here over Leo. This team received votes in the Class 3A poll this week in the Associated Press poll. So once again, a fantastic win for the Knights. I know, Noah, you have some stats to share with us.
Go ahead, young man.
I am very surprised, but one thing I do want to point out, since halftime, Norwell outscored Leo by 10 points, 22-12 in the third quarter, but then Leo came back and outscored Norwell by 10 points in the fourth quarter, 38-28.
Wow.
That's
almost a 40-point quarter.
I mean, that's crazy. So for individual scoring for Leo High School, number 12, Stanton Haney, he had 1 point off of a free throw. Number 15, Craig Kloffenstein, big night for him, 29 points, 12 of 21 from the field, which is 57%. Then number 24, Reed Heron, he fouled out, but he had 7 points. Number 32, Will Moreau, he had a bucket. Then number 42, Dylan Burrow, he had 13 points. Number 44, Jeremy Davison, he had 13 points. Now remember, we were really worried about Davidson there in the last quarter because he was turning out big. He actually hit his only three-point field goals in that fourth quarter. He was actually 3 of 11 for the game. But then number 45, Max Dove, had 6 points. The Leo High School, they were 27 of 68 from the field, which is 39%. That's a lot of shots taken. They were 17 of 31, which is 54% for 2-point field goals, and then 10 of 37, which is 27% for 3-point field goals. They were also 9 of 17, which is 52% for free throws. When your free throws, that's pretty huge when you're only going 52%. The non-scoring for the Lions, they had 9 assists. 4 of them were from number 15, Kloffenstein. They had 34 rebounds total. And then they also had 8 steals, 3 of them coming from Kloffenstein and another 3 from number 24, Heron. And then also they had 11 rebounds, 3 of them from Kloffenstein, and then another 3 from number 44, Jeremy Davison. And then real quick for your Norwell Knights, individual scoring, Cody Shively had 19 points. Ian Kissel had 30 points. He also broke a record from the free throw line. And then number 15, Leidig, had a point. Cole Wilson had 11. Quentin Middleton had 3 points. Riley Stauffer had 4 points. Colt Rinkenberger, I'm sorry, he only had 5 points. I said 13 earlier. I don't know where my iPad got that one. But then Bray Wilson had 5 points. Norwell Knights, they were 20 of 52 from the field, which is 38%. They were 13 of 35, which is 37% for 2-point field goals. They were also 7 of 17, which is 41% for 3-point field goals. So that's really not that bad of a percentage. If you have that over 41% for boys basketball, that's really not that bad. Then the Knights were 32 of 40, which is 80% from the free throw line, and that stat is crazy, crazy good for this Norwell team.
Well, that was the ball game.
That really was. And then Bray Wilson had 6 of the Norwell's 11 assists. Norwell had 39 rebounds total to Leo's 34. So Norwell actually out-rebounded Leo. And then Norwell had 2 blocks and 13 turnovers in this ball game.
All of them in the second half.
All of them in the second half.
Yep. We've got Ian Kissel with us. Great game, Ian. That free throw record that Noah referenced, and I know it's real because I remember reading it, that beats a record that was set in 1973 by Hoopengarner. What was his first name? Rick's older brother. Gosh, I can see him.
Jim?
No. He's going to be real unhappy with me that I don't remember his first name. But anyway, he had the record at 14 of 14 in a game. The record is most free throws made in a game without a miss. You were 18 of 18 tonight. So congratulations. That record stood for almost 43 years, something like that, in that neighborhood. So great job. And that was definitely the difference in the ball game tonight. 32 of 40. From the field, a 6-point win, or from the line, a 6-point win. About even everywhere else. You guys really had to hang on as Leo put on a heck of a battle in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, they definitely did. And, Coach talked on it, or, said something in the huddle about we do a 5-on-6 drill, and basically that was the whole fourth quarter, was just trying to take care of the basketball because they have to foul us with that lead. And then going to the line, Coach Dugan always tells us in practice, you have to think one thing when you go to the line, and that's swoosh. You walk up the line, swoosh. That's all it is. So, and I just tried to use that mindset tonight, and it worked out.
Well, it sure did. 18 to 18. That's a lot of swishes. So, and obviously, they all didn't swish, but great touch tonight. You looked really comfortable at the free throw line tonight, and being strong with the basketball got you there. There was a lot of fouls that weren't called, even with everything that was called tonight. I thought it was a pretty physical basketball game.
Yeah, definitely. When you play Leo, they're a lot like Norwell. They're going to fight hard, scrap hard. And, there was a lot of things not called, and there were some things called that even surprised me. So I think it evens out, and you just got to go out and play hard and not worry about what's called and what's not called, even though as players we can get caught up in that a lot in the game.
That's for sure. Another tough one coming up here on Tuesday night at Wayne. What do you expect to see out of the Generals this year?
I'm sure they're really athletic as usual, so we're just going to have to take tomorrow off, rest our legs up, come out Monday and get ready for them. And, we haven't talked about Wayne much. We've been on Leo so much.
Sure.
So I'm sure Coach Hawk will prepare us on Monday.
Well, you had a long time to prepare for this game as well, with some time off over the holidays after the tournament. But great game tonight, Ian. Congratulations on the free throw record. That goes in the record book and something to be very proud of.
Thank you.
Of course, you may break it before the year's over.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Great job, young man.
Thank you.
Ian Kissel, senior for the Knights, a leader of this basketball team, joining us here on the post-game show as Derek tries to dry off the headset. But Ian with 30 points overall tonight. Pretty easy choice for player of the game. Not too sure whether we're supposed to. I'll tell you, maybe we should go ahead and name a player of the game for the Lions. For Allen County Voices, I do know this game is being simulcast on the Allen County Voice site as well. Of course, last night's girls' game was originated from AllenCountyVoice.com. But what do you think about a player of the game for Leo?
I would say Kloffenstein. And he played fairly well defense on Kloffenstein most of the game. And I know there were a couple of shots that I'm thinking of that Ian put a hand up really right in his face. But he was so strong with the basketball, so confident with the basketball. The 29 points shows it really. He did a great job. He had a few turnovers tonight, but he had a fantastic game tonight, and he gave Norwell a lot of trouble.
What do you think about that, Dirk?
Yeah, I agree with Klopfenstein as the choice for that. As we're shortly going to be joined
and
by,
I think we're all going to agree Ian Kissel for the Knights.
Yeah.
Yes, I do want to say one thing about Cody Shively.
He had a nice game.
He had a couple really nice three-pointers. He started the game off, and then he also started the second half off with a huge three-pointer. And I think that was definitely his best game that he's had in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's found the hoop, and tonight, of course, he found 2 big threes as we're joined by head coach Randy Hawkins. And boy, coach, you got to feel good about that. 2-0 in the conference to start off the conference season. Of course, dropped Leo to 1-1.
Great win for us. We knew Leo coming in was going to be one of the top teams in our conference. I think our defensive pressure or just tenacity in the first half really bothered them. They usually they miss a lot of shots they miss, or they make a lot of shots that they miss, and just did a great job and taking care of the ball in the first half. I think we only had 1 turnover.
Yeah, we had you for 0 up here, so.
All right, I'll take 0. I'll take your stats.
Yeah, there you go.
1 or 0. We took care of the basketball and they put us up 13 or whatever. I don't even know what we were at halftime. 6, I think at one time. 6 at halftime. Yeah. But we had a nice lead in the first quarter, and when you take care of the basketball, you're always going to give yourself opportunity, and it's just a matter of getting guys in places and into the game there, and just understand you got to be quick to the ball. They're quick, So you just can't set a screen and just roll and then finally go to the ball. It's a set a screen and go immediately.
Yep.
Being strong, not trying to dribble through things, especially when they're reaching, trying to grab and getting a left, right, middle. We got to have guys in there with 3 options, and oh my goodness, I went. I really screamed at the guys there, and one time I thought I had a burn just simply because they're trapping. But we love traps.
Yeah,
trap us. We love to be trapped because we work so much on trapping offense. We play 5-on-6 all the time in practice.
Right.
And it's probably boring for them, but this is why.
Yeah.
We showed why we need to keep doing and keep working at it. We weren't getting the spots at all. We had guys watching Bray get trapped at the half-court line,
right?
Absolutely for no reason. We've got to have better reaction as far as getting guys in places, and we just got to do a better job in those pressure situations. We have guys step up and want the basketball, and I think after I got on there after Leo took a couple timeouts, got on him, I think we had guys finally want the ball and go finish it, and we made a couple nice defensive plays down here. I think Shiley had a block.
Well, and Rinkenberger's block was huge.
A huge block right there, and undersized. We're not very big defensively underneath. Rebounding, I thought our rebounding was much better tonight. We fought for the ball, even though I know we gave up a lot of O glass. I've seen it worse.
Oh, absolutely. You out-rebounded them according to our stats tonight.
So we're there rebounding. We're fighting for the ball. We worked a lot on rebounding this week, and we'll continue to do so. We just got to continue getting better every game and keep fighting. And, score 79-73. Yes, we had turnovers. Yes, we did these things. We won this game. We're 2-0 in the conference. We're going to move forward. Look at Tuesday night.
Well, broke a 4-game losing streak, which was huge. I think it really changes the momentum for you going into January.
Yeah, I look at that 4-game losing streak. We played Merrillville. We played Hamilton Southeastern. 6 hours apart.
Teams. Yep.
Number 2 in the state. Number 25, probably right around there, Hamilton Southeastern, and they're within 6 hours of each other. The next day we had some timing issues as far as the Wilson family and what they're going through, and so it's tough for them. It's tough as a unit. So that second day we got some guys in who normally wouldn't get any varsity time. They had an opportunity to get in there and play.
Right.
So looking at 0-4 at that tournament, it's no big deal. It's more of like getting those guys getting some experience in that tournament, getting some situations. Levi Leidig played tonight. Somewhat tight situation. Guys are, at the end of the third quarter, he had to go in there and get a job done for us.
Right.
He did it. So, things like that, we can use some of those guys now, and I feel more comfortable doing that because they played more in that Blackhawk Christian game that we had at the tournament. So, again, I look at that tournament. We're moving forward. We're getting better from here on out, and we'll be just fine.
Well, I think it's a great experience for you. I mean, to play that level of athlete.
Definitely.
At that point in the season. without that experience, who knows how tonight goes, right?
Yeah, you look at what we played against. We're going to be playing against that in the postseason.
Right.
Columbia City, Bishop Lewis, that kind of that quickness, that height, that tenacity inside the post, the guards. So we have great experience in that tournament. Guys know what we need to do. Okay, now take care of the basketball. We know what kind of position we need to be in. Tonight, you really didn't see a whole lot of that, but we got to get better with that. But we just got to be quicker to the ball and, fight for the ball and understand what we need to do position-wise. And otherwise, we just learn from it and get better.
Well, Coach, you head up to Wayne on Tuesday night.
Yep.
I probably haven't had a lot of time to spend on them yet, but they always have an athletic team. And, of course, we know you'll be prepared. We'll be there with you on Tuesday night.
Sounds good.
In Fort Wayne. Hopefully I'll be over this cold by then, as I have struggled all night. Thanks so much for joining.
All right.
I'm not going to shake your hands.
No,
I don't
that's
want
good.
to.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I don't want to get it on you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Randy Hawkins, gracious as always, joining us here for the post-game show. Once again, your players of the game, Craig Klopfenstein for the Leo Lions, Ian Kissel for the Norwell Knights. Last thoughts, Derek?
Yeah, once again, great win, and the Knights kind of avenged the loss. The girls lost last night in heartbreaking fashion.
Right.
Came back, and both Norwell teams had big leads. One of them, they both struggled down the stretch a little bit, but one of them found a way to win at the end, and a great win for the guys moving forward as they move to 5-8 on the year.
Absolutely. Noah?
Norwell did a great job tonight, and I can't wait to see what they bring to the table against Wayne.
Yeah, should be a good one next Tuesday. We'll have it for you on wellscountyvoice.com. Once again, your final tonight, a big win for the Knights as they take out the Leo Lions at home, 79-73 for Noah Tobias and Derek Decker. This is Greg Van Meter saying good night, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.